It's Albert. Yeah, that's what it was. There we go. Is it refresh?
It's just lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep, good. We're good. Why don't you start over?
Yeah. You know what? That's a good idea, right? And so what I love about this and why we go live, we chat about this all the time. A lot of the public just has, for some reason, has developed a mistrust for recorded things, right? Or maybe just edited version of things. And what we wanted to do with White Glove, especially at this amazing event, is keep it live, authentic, and raw. And fresh. Yeah. And so what we're going to do,
Since AI, you can now just utilize Notebook LM and automatically create a podcast. And it sounds like two people perfectly having a conversation, but it's all fake.
it is all fake. So why don't we do this for the audience, and just so we shake off the tech, at least I need to, shake off the tech issue there. Can you start over and do you mind reintroducing yourself? And
Absolutely. So my name is Vinci Character, and I'm currently a strategic advisor for White Glove, especially for the healthcare sector.
You're welcome. This also happens live. We're actually on a live stream right now.
That's
You're
amazing.
amazing.
We love it.
We love to chat with you too in the future. Yes. It's okay. I love it.
Okay, so White Glove.
Mindy, who are you?
So
We're trying to get to
I feel like you're all going to know me by the time we're done. But yes, I'm so excited to really enter the healthcare space, and healthcare is very complicated. So when I talked to Nick about this, I was like, I really want to understand how to make the lives of our providers in the healthcare space easier. Because we're, like they said today, we're in the people culture, right? We're all about people, and sometimes, most of the time, our clients, especially the healthcare space,
Let's talk about that. We just had Dr. Spencer on, and we were talking about the position and some of the pain points. What are some of the pain points you see from providers that they're needing support and help with?
Sure. I think the biggest thing is compliance. They have to document every single interaction, every single communication, every single, any type of interaction with the patient. So if you're spending more time typing versus eye-to-eye contact or assessing a patient, there's a multitude of things happen. You miss the patient's, symptom management, medical condition. You're thinking about, I got to chart this visit now, which might take 45 minutes, sometimes even to an hour and a half. And so they are cutting the visit time shorter. So thinking about the administrative, burden that comes along with being a provider.
It's not allowing them to be present because they're always worried about, I didn't update that last patient.
That's right. And I was actually with a client. I'm a healthcare consultant as well, and I was following one of our nurses.
One more time. The event ended on LinkedIn. It must have hit a max.
Maybe they may have just a limit of how long we can go.
Okay, this is still going.
Still going on YouTube.
Sorry, Mindy.
As I was saying, I know. As I was saying, so most recently I was talking to a client who basically the nurse was written up as a performance improvement plan because she didn't chart the entire visit with her patient. And the patient was really sick, so it was an hour and a half visit, and she only charted maybe 10 minutes of it.
Now, in that example, right, so as far as the coaching, because of the compliance issues that could occur, that was 16 letters.
That's right. Someone actually audits that file. The nurse is not truly articulating what happened in that file.
So what are the regulations with, and I thought the ability of AI-powered transcribers were already being embedded in the physician's office and all that, or is it very hard to get that done? Is it hard to get a transcriber that's recording the entire conversation? Maybe not videotaping, but just recording, obviously with patient consent.
Sure.
Is that possible, or is there still a lot of red tape?
It's not normal. Okay. And I was just telling somebody the other day, there's a major EMR platform that I did a demo with, and they actually said, we have an AI tool now. It's an extra cost, but would you like to sign up for it? And not yet. However,
we're going to find out who you are.
But I'm scheduled for a demo And I was saying I want to record it because I want to see what they're promising. Because we talked about this speech to text recognition, having a provider just say, here, I'm Linda Jarabutu, I'm with Jason, and Jason's a 35-year-old male, going right into it, and it's supposed to catch up. But I don't, you look at it. But, how do you simplify it? But from a compliance standpoint, healthcare is the most highly regulated industry, right? And especially if you're seeing Medicare patients. If you're seeing Medicare patients, there's almost like a scripted template that you need to follow in order to capture everything that visit, that interaction. Otherwise, you can't do it.
So one of the conversations we had earlier was within marketing that are traditionally a text-based industry. It is now going into a multimodal. It sounds like healthcare is very similar. That typically all the charts are written. Now you're going to be able to take it through voice and video to be able to transcribe the frequency, completely transform how that process of engaging with your doctor will
But that risk mitigation, that loss prevention side is so important. So it's like the compliance and then making sure that data doesn't go anywhere. And actually, a lot of I know of some organizations that are actually choosing to keep it like this is not a part of our organization. This data stays over here, or decentralized, protected.
But that's how the technology has evolved, and I think that's why healthcare is now in an opportunity where they can transform because it has been commoditized, and it's the bar for the regulations. Or not, the regulations haven't changed, but the technology to implement those regulations are much easier to adopt.
Well, there are some challenges. A few months ago, one of the clients I work with had a data breach. Someone actually hacked in. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. They are. And they have, right? So if they're finding a way to hack into the system, grab all that, protected health information, they can transfer. That's exactly what happened, right? But now we ask that platform, how come you don't have a factor authentication, the MFA? They didn't have it. So someone was easily able to get in. So now if we lay AI on top of it, it goes up the lens, right? How do you know what level of that interaction are you going to implement that? Is it a plugin? Is it a part of the software? But to that point, the big hospital systems reported what happens to the mom and pop physician's office who doesn't have state of the art, right? And they probably have a very low cost electronic medical record system that probably doesn't offer it.
Well, we know we have a product. We were just going through it, Lucidus AI, and for large enterprises as well. But it's true. I think we're talking about decision-making paralysis. Some of these examples, including this one that we just mentioned around the data breach in the hospitals. I'm not ready for it. We're not ready to invest there because of that.
But that technology's been around, right? And financial institutions have implemented it.
Right, that's another, PCI and all that.
Being able to do data in transit security, data at rest security, all of that's available is being able to take that first step to be able to provide that. And how to make it affordable for those smaller ones. The large hospitals, absolutely, they can afford it. How do you get the small doctor's offices to afford it also?
So people need help, right? They need help, whether it be us or some others, but vetting, right? You have to vet, your governance is so important, your evaluation period, all of it. Before you integrate, we keep saying it, I'm repeating it for a reason, it's following the AMF framework, because you can't just jump in. Things like that happen. You don't vet it, you selected the wrong tool, they don't have a two-factor or some sort of blockchain security measure layer, and then now your data is breached. You get hit with a minimum $10 million HIPAA fine or more, right? And that will put out most businesses.
Absolutely. And the thing is, the whole dictation piece of charting has been around forever.
Right.
If you go to a hospital, you see a physician in a corner somewhere in an office with a little dictator or the phone, and they will dictate their entire notes because they have a template, right? And then somebody overseas, whether it's India, China, Philippines, they're the ones who are accessing it and manually entering it in to their notes. And it goes back to them to sign, to review and sign. So this has been around for a long time, right? But now we're going to replace it with an actual AI process where it can be real time. You're not waiting for a 24-hour, 48-hour return.
There is a tool. I mean, I know I love using Fireflies, Otter, but one of my favorites now, actually I was talking to Nick about it the other day, is Claude. You're a Claude, so Claude's amazing. It's a 24-hour battery life. You can literally transcribe everything that's going on in your day, right around your day.
Yeah.
So it's called Plot AI. They just came out with some new features. And it's just the
Is it a device that you
It's a
wear?
device, yeah. You have to actually wear it as a manual.
Okay.
And I just go about my life and do
In your entire day.
the entire day is being transcribed.
Wow.
But the power of it, I keep saying this over and over with our guests, is the data repository. I can then look a week back and ask the agent or AI, how can I be more efficient?
Sure.
A physician can do something similar, right? And to your point, going back to the provider, how do we remove this administrative so you can actually improve the patient experience, right?
Right.
And for hospitals, it's all about satisfaction scores.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, that's their bread and butter. I mean, that's what they're living by.
Well, another part of it is documentation equals revenue.
Right. We were just chatting with Dr. Spencer.
Right.
We were thinking about a solution in between the consultant for some healthcare providers and then for some practices. And what we would do, what we built was your transcription model. So every position that you saw, we had the documentation. We had a SOAP note documentation format that would feed it within seconds. Then you have that, including the coding, the description, everything that your insurance carrier will require, right? And they are not great about giving you the money that is,
Oh, of course
right?
not.
And so how do we find a way to use AI to shorten your AR agent?
Right.
That's a huge thing. And typically what we were talking with Dr. Spencer about is typically physicians are they're playing from behind. Your cash flow cycle is upside down.
Right.
So it's very hard to make it. You know, if you're just doing your own practice and you're responsible for it. A lot of physicians don't want to do that. I'd rather go work for the hospital, let them deal with that.
That's right.
I'm not going to start my own practice, although it may be more lucrative if it works out. The struggles, the pain of the insurance side, they are accounts receivable side.
Right.
But I think we'll find a solution.
I believe so, because I think we already have the requirements that we need. We just have to build it, and then we have to test it, right? And I think that process, and then monitoring it and seeing if it doesn't really work in every scenario, and maybe tweaks by specialty, maybe, or by the place of service, or because even right now when I do consulting with nurse practitioners and doctors, I'll say when you're sitting with a patient, say the start time and say the end time. And it's important because really what you do is minutes.
50 minutes versus 53 minutes is I've been a part of a case study where I lived up the hood. I'll come in as a CFO or a functional CFO in this case. And what I noticed is, okay, well, if we know that 53 is different than 50, just change to 53. I'm like, hold on,
Exactly.
wait a second.
That's right.
Because Medicare, Medicaid, Cigna, they'll come and inspect.
No audit.
And they'll audit, and if they smell something fishy,
Yeah.
that's a whole different ballgame and insurance fraud.
Yeah. And
Right.
unfortunately, Texas is one of the top insurance fraud states.
So what we were chatting about is how not only AI processing the front end and supporting it, getting the information to the insurance carrier faster, but also if there is any funkiness where the technology can actually red flag, it will push back against you.
Right.
So that any human manipulation does not occur. It doesn't put the patient, doesn't put the physician, it doesn't put the insurance carrier at risk.
Right.
So I'm excited about that because I think there is a pain point there.
Yes. I think that's where in healthcare you decide how to build those algorithms. Again, maybe by specialty, maybe type of service, and you can test it and see does it work, truly work, because hospital versus outpatient clinic versus a hospice versus home health care versus physician house calls are all very different, and different ways of charting and different ways of audit that occurs through government Medicare. So very, very different.
Well, I have a book for you, but before I give it to you and gift it to you, I'd love to hear about it. We were kind of chatting about it earlier.
Yes.
We had a guest come through. I think we had something blocking our screen.
Yes.
But yeah, walk us through
Sure.
where we can find it and what is it about.
Absolutely. So I authored the book Flip the Switch.
Flip the switch. I love
Unleash Your Leadership Potential.
Awesome.
It's available on Amazon.
Okay.
and it's a collection of stories about just case studies and actual my personal stories of leadership. I have about 26 years of leadership background, so I've been in every type of industry and type of organization that's very very different, but they all have a very common theme. And I think that leadership stories resonate more with other leaders or folks who are looking forward to being in leadership.
Not only
Also,
the successes, but some of the messiness that comes with
oh,
leadership is
without
hard.
doubt, without doubt. And my last chapter of my book is okay. So now you're ready to be an entrepreneur. Because everybody wants when they are sick of corporate
Go on my own.
America, I can do it myself, right? So I do
So easy.
It's so easy, right? So I started talking about. I address that as well. How do you make that transition? What are some top, steps to consider? How do you write a business plan, performance? How do you market yourself? What does that look like with a team?
Performance, I
I
love
did.
that.
I
Yeah,
did.
so a lot of people don't have the
I think-
financial literacy, but they find out real quickly, especially as an entrepreneur, how important it is that you're
Absolutely.
budgeting, you have your pro forma forecasting.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It is, and I'm a business coach too. So when I
Okay.
coach folks, I'll say, let's work on the business plan together. And I was talking about projections, and then if I'm trying to get them a loan from the bank, like a startup loan or whatever, the first thing the bank asks is your projections, your performance.
Due diligence.
Exactly.
There's scrutiny over your financials, and if you don't have any of that,
Yeah, they're not going to. They don't
that's
believe in
too
you.
risky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
exciting times.
look, we don't have the bestseller book that you have on
Oh,
Amazon.
no.
However, we do have the Handbook for Chief AI Officers Leading the AI Revolution in Business, co-authored by Nick James, as you know him
Oh, yeah.
very well. And wow, we're so
Thank
lucky
you.
to have you on the advisory board. And
So excited to be here, and I can't wait to read this book. I've been meaning to.
well, I can't wait to read your book. I read that one already when Nick first gave it to me. But your book, yeah, that's right up my alley with leadership guides and leadership books. And I can't wait to get to know you even more. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. Sorry for the tech difficulties
That's
and all
okay.
that, but where can people find you?
Website-wise, I'm manifestwithbindu.com.
Manifest
Also,
with Bindu.
yeah, .com. And on Instagram, I'm also manifest.
We do like Instagram stories.
I do. You have to. My brain keeps telling me I have to. So I guess that's where we're at right
I
now.
love it. Oh,
So
that's good.
I'm already like checking
Personal
like.
brand
Yes.
is it's
Well,
it's
it's your
always
credibility.
been,
It's your credibility.
it is.
Yeah,
right?
and the LinkedIn platform, to be very honest, has been amazing. I love the LinkedIn.
Power of LinkedIn.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you very much,
Yeah,
Albert.
so and we'll chat some more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I look forward to learning.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So, and great event.
Oh my goodness, it was very well.
Yes.
Oh, they were starting now.
Oh, I think so. Sorry, I kept you looking.
I'm going to hear next week.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I think he's live too. Oh, great.
And now we are seeing this in
You're gonna put these things on now, huh?
like the market cap is around $4.1 billion last year. It's expected to be around $46 billion.
No, they're not talking.
All right.
I don't think these things are on yet.
44%.
So, if anyone's wondering what we're doing here,
in, one out.
yeah, if y'all are wondering what we're doing here, we're actually on the stage with Tavallo, as we met earlier, and some other guest speakers on.
So,
And,
welcome our panelists.
we're actually
On the
commenting
left,
on some of the
Professor Matthew
topics.
Schumper.
So you're gonna have to give me what the topics are because I won't. That's permitted.
All right, so let's figure out
We're trying something,
You guys are in the
trying something new. Sorry, guys.
how we're gonna hear.
You should be able to hear them.
Let me see.
on LinkedIn. That's why you
You have the right headset. That's the right one.
I wonder if this is
That's not connected. That should be connected to the. That's where I'm.
So maybe I'll just start by having each of you. So all of you had a very diverse background, and now you are
Really?
leaders in the respective field. I would love for you guys to give a brief intro
all the
and
volume to the mic.
the audience. What got you
Hear the
into
topic.
AI?
Can you hear them?
What was your start?
How do we turn up the volume of this?
I got it.
Okay, so let me take. So
And can the audience hear what Nick's saying?
I
Yes,
also
live.
come from the